From the News Channel 5 Network and AARP, this is AARP Connected.
It's a great day to be connected. Hi, I'm your host, Mia McNeil, and welcome to AARP Connected. I'm glad you've tuned in. We've got a great show in store for you. If you've joined us before, welcome back. And if you're new to AARP Connected, we're excited to have you on board as we explore important issues that empower you to choose how you live as you age. It seems like every day there is some new flashy technology innovation coming out. It's tough to keep up with all the advancements. It seems like every time I catch up, things are changing. Well, I've got good news. Today we've got a special guest to discuss technology and how older adults can take advantage of the free classes through Senior Planet at AARP. But before we get into that conversation, let's kick things off with the segment we call Things You Need to Know.
Concert and sporting event ticket scams are becoming more common as fans turn to the resale market for cheaper tickets or to get into sold-out events. And scammers are waiting in the wings to cash in. Here are some ways to protect yourself from ticket scams. When buying a ticket from a reseller, make sure it's a certified member of the National Association of Ticket Brokers. They give a 200% refund if you pay for tickets but don't actually get them. Always double check if you have the correct URL if you use ticket sellers such as Vivid Seats, Ticketmaster, or StubHub. This fake URL for StubHub replaces the B with a 6, which is easy to miss if you're not looking closely. Make sure to verify your seats. Before buying a ticket from a reseller, ask what the seat number is, then check the official ticket seller's website. If the seat is still open, they're trying to scam you. For more online tips, go to aarp.org/fraudwatchnetwork.
The post office isn't just for mailing letters. Here are 3 surprising things you can do at the post office. You can electronically track your mail with informed delivery. This will give you the ability to preview incoming mail, leave delivery instructions, and track mail on a smartphone or computer, all for free. And it's easy to sign up online. The Postal Service will check in on older residents through its Carrier Alert program. Mail carriers are taught to be aware of any signs that could mean trouble, such as uncollected mail or a change in a customer's behavior. If carriers notice something unusual, they will alert emergency services. The Postal Service makes it easy to give back and support charities through its semi-postal stamps. These are first-class stamps sold for a few cents above the regular cost of postage. The Healing PTSD stamp has raised $1.4 billion since 2019. For more tips, go to aarp.org.
And finally, according to research recently published in the medical journal Nature Aging, it suggests that much of the aging process isn't gradual. Instead, it occurs in 2 bursts, once in your mid-40s and again after we turn 60. These factors include changes in your immune system, stiffening arteries, and decreasing muscle mass. But don't worry. Experts say that you can slow these effects, though, by staying active. Be deliberate about engaging in activities to keep yourself sharp, and you'll likely experience cognitive, physical, and social benefits. A regular exercise routine and a healthy diet are the key. The CDC recommends that adults over the age of 60 get 150 minutes of exercise per week. That's about 20 minutes each day to improve muscle strength, balance, and heart health. So, let's talk tech. I mentioned at the top of the show that we have lots of new technology coming our way almost every day. From smartphones to artificial intelligence, it can be intimidating and difficult to make sense of it all. We are excited to have tech expert Darryl Greer from Senior Planet on the show today. Darryl is the Regional Program Manager at Older Adults Technology Services, otherwise known as OATS, from AARP, who will help us make sense of today's technology. Through its flagship program, Senior Planet from AARP, Oates delivers free tech classes for seniors across the country. Darryl knows firsthand how important technology is for folks in choosing how they live as they age. Thanks for being here with us, Darryl.
Hi.
So let's jump right in. So how about something basic? Tell me about Senior Planet and what exactly it is and what people should know about it.
Great. Yeah, as we know that right now we live in a time where there's a divide with technology, and older adults are stuck in the middle of it. So then when, for example, there are two constants that are occurring right now, which is, of course, we're all getting older and technology's all around. Senior Planet is a class, or a program that helps older adults connect to technology and to help harness the power of technology to impact the way we age.
I wish I had that class all the time. So what's the number one technology question that you are usually asked?
This is a great one. And this is kind of sounds basic, but it's can I help you please, but with a silent exclamation mark. And the reason is that there are a lot of folks that need help. They're lost when it comes to technology, and there's an urgency for them to learn. However, they see our programs as a way for them to connect to it. And then when we do, we're able to see the changes in their lives.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me a little bit more about that. How do you see technology changing people's lives?
Oh, it's right now technology is everywhere, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's in the doctors or dentist offices, as they put a tablet in front of our faces in order for us to register for the programs. In the homes, we have technology in our refrigerators and our ovens and everything else to help us kind of monitor our lives and to make us live more independently and autonomously.
Wow, that is fantastic information. Give me an idea about a little bit more about Senior Planet. What type of technology classes are available in Senior Planet?
Yeah, we have many different broad array of different classes. We have in-person classes that are delivered at our senior centers or Senior Planet Technology Centers. We also have virtual programs as well, in which an individual can go from their homes and connect to Zoom and then attend one of our classes. And we also have a licensing program that offers in-person programs as well, like here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Awesome. This is great information. I'm feeling a little techie. So let's take a quick break, and we hope you'll stick around. I certainly hope you do. We'll talk to Darryl after the break about how you can learn more about technology. Come on back. Welcome back to AARP Connected. We're talking with Darryl Greer from Senior Planet about how to make the most out of technology in our lives. So I want to circle back a little bit on Senior Planet. You talked to me a little bit about that before the break. How do people actually sign up for Senior Planet, and talk a little bit more about the technology classes that are offered?
Yeah, well, we have around 200 different types of experiences with technology, all of it multilingual, English, Spanish, Mandarin, Chinese, and in some market, Haitian Creole and Vietnamese. And then our website, you can go to seniorplanet.org. Basically, you'd go there and then you would find a different type of class you would like to attend virtually from the comfort of your house, and you'd be able to attend. We also have a hotline which individuals can call to get the best understanding of what partner sites are here in Nashville that they can attend, and also knowing what schedule classes are.
That is impressive. Did you say Mandarin Chinese also?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wow, you guys run the gamut. So tell me about who teaches the Senior Planet classes. Do you have to be a super duper expert? How does that work?
Really, you would, when you come to technology training, you may think about like a computer engineer or programmer, but really what you want is somebody who really understands people. Somebody that understands an older adult, and as they're in our age, as they're aging, and really those individuals that have a weak foundation of understanding. So then some of our best classes that we've had have been our trainers that are 60 plus years old, just because of how they're able to connect to the classroom and that dynamic that's there.
Wow. Tell me about what folks can expect when they decide, I'm going to sign up for their Senior Planet class. What should they expect to receive in those classes?
Right on the top of my head, fun, conversation, and a lot of information about technology. The classes are designed to be very welcoming so that individuals that are very basic, that don't know much about technology, to your more advanced users can go ahead and then just share information. And then the trainer's there to help guide that conversation so then that everything is learned.
Wow, that is fascinating. I would imagine that really does help with maybe social isolation for our seniors who may not have any interaction otherwise to be able to take these classes. It's a wonderful service that you're doing here. So can you give me a success story about someone who has, what do they call it, bridging the digital divide? How did they cross the bridge into being technologically savvy?
Yeah, I think some of it comes from just having the confidence, having somebody to help you along. There's a student that I had, and she was what I would consider to be a frequent flyer. She attended multiple classes and would go to different locations to attend other classes. And then during one of the graduation events, she disclosed that how she never graduated high school. But also she mentioned on how technology always seemed just far away from her, not within her grasp. But through her taking our classes, she was able to build that foundation to where she felt comfortable with learning just her everyday devices. And we saw her transition from a flip phone to a smartphone. And then later she was volunteering, of course, with her church, but then managing and helping out with the social media promotions of masses or anything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
From a flip phone to a smartphone. Now that is a huge jump.
Yeah.
So, you know, speaking of that flip phone to smartphone, we're now talking about the future of technology. What does that look like to you?
Oh yeah, that looks like a lot more online content, a lot more app classes applications that are online, and then also for us making sure that the delivery of our program meets that high quality of standards, whether it be about in-person, virtual, or any of our types of channels that we have.
So I'm interested in some of the growth of OATS and the impact of what you all have done. Tell me a little bit about that. Talk to me about some of those numbers. What are some of the big topics that people are engaged in? Oh
yeah, virtual traveling actually. We have lectures that are basically help an individual understand Airbnb or some of the other cost-saving resources that are out there. Another one is digital photography, having people transition their photographs from way back when into a digital medium and then now being able to edit it or helping them take the great and beautiful digital photos. We also have fraud, financial security. That's a big issue as well. So then around 19% of older adults have been a victim of some bit of fraud or scams. And we have classes that help an individual become more resilient within addressing fraud and identifying it before it becomes an issue. And then of course a hot button topic, AI.
AI. Okay, so this is great. I cannot wait for us to do a deeper dive into AI. I am really enjoying our discussion thus far. Let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll talk about AI, another innovation that's rapidly changing the tech landscape. So come on back. Welcome back to AARP Connected. We have a few more minutes left with our guest, Darryl Greer from Senior Planet, about how to make the most of technology in our lives. So, according to AARP research, about 85% of Americans 50 plus have heard of generative AI. But for those who haven't, what is it?
All right, so then we have AI, which is of course artificial intelligence, and basically it is machine learning. It is a computer that's using massive amount of data to make informed decisions and the process, a lot of stuff in order to predict the type of outcome. So generative AI is basically uploading of many types of examples into the system, so then that it's able to reconfigure all of the examples to produce a new product. kind of like music or images, in which it can jumble up everything to give you a brand new product that it's created. Now, predictive AI is another part of AI, and that is using algorithms to identify sequences and patterns within data to help, prognosticate or to go ahead and try to predict different types of outcomes or statistical outcomes as well.
Impressive. So why should our viewers learn anything about AI?
Well, AI is right now all around us, whether we know it or not. It's in the background of our searches when we put something into the internet. It's giving us exactly what we want based on the preferences or past searches. It's in the doctor's office, helping doctors perform and diagnose the diseases and various ailments based on large amounts of data. And really, AI, it could help us live more independently and autonomously in our homes.
So tell me this, how can people learn more about AI? Is that something that you all offer at Senior Planet?
Yes, actually we do.
Wow.
We offer 7 specific classes, different classes on AI, all of it from the introduction to AI or best tips and practices using AI in a job setting, and of course identifying AI created content, to make sure that we're knowing exactly what we're consuming.
So it was so forward thinking of Senior Planet to actually add AI into the classes that they offer. What's the next big thing tech-wise that you all are planning for?
I would say that it's going to be more on AI, but I think it's going to be more focused on AI and how it's incorporating into all of our lives. Right now, our homes, they have many different types of tech, but all of it using its own AI. There's going to be something that's going to help bring together all of our products to create the seamless type of experience.
Seamless experiences. So glad you mentioned this. So we see QR codes a lot. For AARP, we use them for our community events. We always have a QR code for people to scan. A lot of people are intimidated by QR codes. I'm sure that's not a shocker to you. Can you talk a little bit about QR codes and what exactly they are?
Yeah, QR codes are typically a little square image that has a lot of dots, right? And it's kind of hard to make sense, but when you put your device or your phone over it, especially new phones, older phones may not have this feature, it's able to cipher all of that information and get to the exact link. That QR code is essentially a pathway to get you to the content, in which it's many times many pages of information. It could be registration links for you to register to attend different types of events.
Impressive. And we actually had a QR code for our viewers to actually try it out. So hopefully they'll try it out and see it's not as intimidating as they think. Okay, so tell me this. Why do you think older adults should embrace technology in their lives?
Well, technology, as I mentioned, is already all around us. It's there to help us out, whether learn more or whether connecting to others. I believe that technology will become more confused, incorporated in our daily lives, so that it will live longer and more connected.
So here's an interesting thought. You mentioned the flip phone to the smartphone. It seems like everything is run by smartphones beyond calling and texting that we're used to. Are there any functions that older adults can use their smartphones for and perhaps take more advantage of with the multiple apps on their phone right now?
Yeah, I think we named one of them, which is beyond the smartphone camera, right? That is a typical use for images, but now we're able to access it and get to a whole bunch of new content. I think smartphones with video calling and Zoom is a great way to kind of teleport ourselves to where loved ones are, even though they may be on the other side of the world. I think when it comes to arts and creative expression, watching movies, digital photography, listening to music, it's bringing seeing all this stuff all in one area in one device that we can enjoy from the comfort of our home.
You have given us so much information today, and I want to make sure everyone knows how to connect with Senior Planet and Oats. How do they connect with you?
One of the best ways, of course, is our website, which is seniorplanet.org. You're going to find many types of resources, all of our virtual classes and everything else. We also have a hotline, and that phone number is 888-713-3495. That is a hotline to help older adults get assistance on any type of issues that they may have, whether it's recovering passwords or maybe just trying to troubleshoot an issue they may have on their phone.
Darryl, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing all this wonderful knowledge and helping us bridge that technology gap. We appreciate you today. It has been a real pleasure having Darryl on the show, and I can't wait for you to join Oats. If you'd like to connect with AARP, we've got some fun community events coming up. We've got several events coming up in October and into November. We'll be fighting fraud at National Night Out on Crime across the state, and our Music for Seniors series continues in Knoxville and Nashville. Then, on November 13th, don't miss our final installment of our virtual cooking class, What's Cooking with AARP. Chef Donald will show us another great recipe grandparents can make with grandchildren. Register and find out more at aarp.org/TN. Stay in the know on all the latest AARP is doing in Tennessee. Connect with us on any of these popular social media sites. And if you enjoy podcasts, we will have a podcast version of each episode available wherever you download your favorite podcast content. Just hit subscribe and get notifications when new episodes are available. Well, that's all the time we have today. I hope you found our discussion informative and valuable. I'm Mia McNeil, and thanks for being connected.